Last time on Hooked Up, it's a rough and tumble introduction to the first one-on-one dates for the 16 remaining participants.
Those are pickled artichokes.
Some struggle.
They fish or something?
Some soar. But all learn just enough to determine who stays and who goes. It's adios to Tommy and Frank, Dana and Nicole. Now just 12 remain to vie for the chance of being declared hooked up.
I think at this point, you can't have just one connection. I'm still keeping my options open, but I'm still, I still gotta reach out and touch someone.
There's a couple people that have definitely formed more of a bond with each other and they want to stick together.
I would say the front runners now are myself, Paul, and Tall Chad.
I can totally see an alliance forming between Tracy, Kimberly, and possibly Sherry.
I think everybody's sort of laid their cards out. What's gonna happen now? Who knows?
It's gonna change the whole dynamic of what's going on.
Today's first challenge, the composition of a love poem to be presented to and judged by the group.
I was kind of waiting for a little bit of a mix-up for the challenges, not just physical, you gotta get the brains involved as well.
At first I was a little freaked out to have to think and write a poem at 7 in the morning. And I haven't written a poem in years.
I had a feeling it might be an immunity thing involved, and I felt pretty confident with having a writing background.
Passing through the cool, windy air, watching as the stillness of others glare.
So the question begs, just where will I find this girl? The one who will make my life complete.
A tantalizing kiss, a warm embrace, two bodies moving as one, a bead of sweat, a sigh, a moan, the sweet smell of lovemaking done.
It was a little saucy, but that's her idea of what love is, and it gives you a good idea of who the person is.
Love is different to everyone you know. Sometimes it stays, sometimes it goes. You never know when it could turn, but with every relationship, people should learn.
Love is life. Love is power. Love can conquer at any hour. She comes like a drug and muddles your brain, makes you weak in the knees, and leaves you in pain. I was blown away by quite a few of them. I was really touched by Chad R.'s poem.
Dormant, still, free from chaos. My heart at harvest, waiting for payoff.
Blunkety splunkety gobbety goo. I like flowers, sunshine, and you.
You kissed me softly and caressed my cheek, a lost little girl, so helpless and meek.
As I sit here pondering, it's tempting to get lost in the scenic view. Instead, my mind is wandering, hoping that special someone will send some sort of cue.
It was a good poem, but I think she wants us to think, oh, this is for me, and give her a great score. So I didn't take it personally or anything like that.
I walk into this game not knowing if I will make it in the Hall of Fame, because I cannot tame this dame. It reminds me that it's really time to grow, because all I have is hopefully good seeds to sow. Your smile lifts me above the clouds. I live to love you and make you proud.
It was kind of emotional to write, and I lost my mom. She passed away a few years ago, but it's just something that opened up with me today. I don't know why.
If the world is an oyster, you were its pearl. I never would have loved a better girl.
You knew it was from his heart, and it showed a different side of him that a lot of people hadn't seen. I had seen it because I had gone out on my first date with him.
Together we'll laugh, together we'll cry. We'll never ever say goodbye.
Wow, Mike.
Hey, we'd just like to say welcome to Hidden Ridge. We hope you enjoy your stay here. So
So everybody's all nice and comfortable in the hot tub now. Much warmer than it was this afternoon when we had the poetry reading. As you all know, you were rating each other on your poems. And we've got a couple winners. Kimberly, you won from the women's side.
Good job.
And Mike, you won from the men's side.
Good job. We all got in the hot tub thinking there was going to be some sort of fun, interactive game. And then it turns out that Mike and Kimberly had the worst immunity ever.
You have won immunity for the cuts. Yep. But you have also won something else. You've won the right to vote one of your own off. Both of you. Kimberly, you have to vote one of the girls off. Mike, you have to vote one of the guys off.
Oh God, the tension was brutal. I mean, I just kind of sat there and you just felt it like it cut like a knife.
Having to cut one of the guys, it was difficult, and not being able to confer with anybody really was a tough position to be in.
Chetty, we've bonded. Chad, we've been close. Great time. Jace, just getting to know you, great time. Sorry, Rafi, it's just, I'd love to have you here too. Like, it's just no reasons actually. Like,
it was a downer for me. As far as the other guys go, they were way above, and they knew they weren't getting cut by me either. Unfortunately, like, Rob wasn't part of the group.
Cool, man. I got nothing to say. This is not my element. I'm laid back, easygoing. It's not me. So it's tough for somebody to get to know me if I'm not in my own element.
You can go ahead and start, Kimberly.
Tanya, I'm really glad that I got to know you on a more personal level. And I think you're a great individual, so I'd like you to stay. Tracy, I'm getting to know you more and more, and you're fun, and I would really like you to stay. Sherry, we're rooming together, and I think we've got more to explore. So you're good. Naomi, I'm glad we talked yesterday. I got to see another side of you, and you're really sensitive, so I'd like you to stay. Eva Joy, it's nothing personal, and I'm really sorry. I don't know what else to say, and I'm sorry I'm in this position. I know she's an actress, and it kind of crossed my mind that maybe she's here for exposure when I know there's other girls who have made serious connections, and I found out after maybe she had a possible connection, but I did not know that.
She knew that Eva Joy had a connection with Jason. We all knew.
Eva Joy's competition to her. She's an attractive girl. She's smart. For Kimberly to pick her wasn't a surprise to any of us.
Eva Joy, unexpected.
Well, I mean, if it had been up to the rest of the guys, I think the decision would have been different. It's a game, and certain people are playing it well.
Kimberly, do you have any response to that at all? Or?
All I've got to say is you've misjudged me, and I thank you for not letting me regret my decision.
If you don't regret it now, you probably might later. I mean, when it airs and everybody sees who you really are, then it'll all come out.
What you see is what you get. I'm very direct, and I've told every person, if they ask my opinion, I'm going to give it. And if you don't like my answer, and you don't think it's the appropriate answer, then what do you want me to say? Do you want me to say what you want to hear?
She got a little catty there in the end. Maybe her true colors showed a bit more, Maybe she is, playing games and whatever. I mean, all of us are kind of thinking that now, What's this girl doing?
Let's talk to Jason. How are you feeling about her leaving?
Never got a chance.
Are you holding anybody responsible?
No.
Are you mad at Kimberly?
No, not at all. There's no easy choices anymore.
The only chance Eva Joy and I got to pursue anything was that moment in the hot tub when I got to hug her goodbye. And that was really hard because at that moment I knew it was mutual. And that hurt a lot.
Jason and I really had a connection, and he was holding back tears, and it was hard to stay composed.
Eva Joy, came out and said there's alliances being formed, and it's gonna get nasty, and it's so true. It's gonna get nasty, and yes, there are alliances being formed, but again, it's part of the game.
everybody.
Good morning.
Yesterday was very interesting. We had the poetry reading. We got to see a different side of you, get a little deep, a little intimate with you. And today, we're going to go even deeper. We're going to take a look into your souls. And that's what Maria is here for. She's a soul searcher.
I'm seeing that you had a tough time developing into your womanhood. I think you did that early. I think you matured early. And so now people really open doors to you for your physical, but it's time for you to cultivate your spiritual and your soul. I feel as if your soul strength is to mother, or if you will, or nurture. I think that you're doing that in this group too. You're truly trying to be the mother, to be the supporter. And you're really almost putting yourself back so that they can shine. There is a specific individual that's here, and you guys have a good connection, and it's real. And I just feel as if the transparency says, go ahead, the two of you should dance.
That woman was amazing. Of course, there's some people out there that aren't for real, but she knew I was an artist. She didn't know anything about me.
Immediately what I'm feeling is, and I'm hearing the words the artist way. I'm being told very specifically that there is someone here that you've got a heart connection to. I'm getting the sense of a taller stature, and I feel a lot of dark feature around the person.
I was very impressed. Kimberly's reading, it was really funny because that was so dead on.
You know what I'm seeing is I'm actually seeing 3 individuals simultaneously. So there's 3 that you're, Kimberly, I almost feel like it's juggling balls.
Yeah. She pegged me on the juggling, and I've been juggling back and forth, not because I want to, but because I really honestly didn't know.
It's the guy's turn next.
When I come into your vibration, first and foremost, you have an enormous amount of power in your heart. And I feel as if a lot of girls will fall in love with you, not just one. I feel at this point, you're here for a good time, not a long time. There's a particular girl here, and I feel as if she's swooning you, and you're kind of a little bit stepping aback from it. So I feel as if there's a bit...
That's good. Keep going.
Okay. Symbolically, I'm seeing Jonathan Livingston Seagull just over your shoulder, and he represents you. So again, you're getting another sign or symbol that says you can rise above.
He's a good guy?
He's a good guy, absolutely.
She basically gave me hope. She's like, there's still hope for you, Chad, because I was all, I'm done. You know, the girls don't want me, I'll be voted off.
I want to say there is a particular person here that's keeping their eye on you. This particular individual seems to have an artist nature to them, so look for the artistic expression.
She said artist, she expanded. The first thing that came to my mind, Naomi.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I'm back in the game, boy.
The game now depends on who Mariah has selected for today's dating matchups.
Naomi and Jason. Jason's going to be quick to see her artistic quality. He's going to enjoy her company, and they're going to have a lot of fun. Sherry and Mike are going to be a little bit like water and oil, so they're going to each have to hold their own balance or their own uniqueness. Hopefully they're going to look at each other, find the strengths and weaknesses in each individual, and they're going to have some good times and some bumps. Paul and Kimberly are both stars in their own right, and so they're going to have a little bit of a balancing act between the two of them to let each one be the star moment by moment, and we'll see which one shines on top. Chad and Tracy are going to have some sparks between them. These two are going to find the hidden secrets that each other hold in their hearts and start to flicker a flame. Chad and Tanya are going to really do some reflecting in their own soul natures on who they are, and I think they're going to decide that friends is the way to go.
I would really like the chance to have a date with Paul. I was really crossing my fingers, and of course when I saw him, I was pleasantly surprised because I didn't think it was going to pan out that way.
How's it going?
Yeah. I think he was excited. Yeah, it was a mutual thing. Like you can just tell.
I think Kimberly's liked me sincerely since the start, and I'm gonna. So far, I put my trust in her, and I haven't said a damn bad thing about her. I've been craving this date with you, just one-on-one. We got kind of right down to business. We were just talking about what's going on right now, because there's a sense of urgency in the air at this point in time in the show, and I can't deny it. I'll tell you right now, it's getting pretty sketchy with me, Mike, and Jason.
Meaning?
Well, I don't know, they kind of think maybe we're all getting played.
I don't know why Jason has any, interest, because he's got an interest in every girl. Mm-hmm. So I'm not interested in Jason whatsoever. I was open with Mike last night. I said, Mike, I really am starting to have feelings for Paul, and I said, there's another girl who's interested in you. And so I think I'm just gonna back off for a bit.
Maybe she's playing all of us, but I swear to God, in my heart, I totally knew it was me. Maybe it isn't, right? I could be a little fish on a hook.
He does come across as awkward maybe, or some sort of situations, but when you get him down and you talk to him, like, he's actually, I don't know, he's got a lot going on as far as I'm concerned. And he's real. When he looks into your eyes and, you know, he's almost welling up, you can't fake that.
I haven't had fun like that with a girl for a long time, and she's playing me, man. At least I'm getting some good times out of it, you know. She makes me feel good.
From day one, I've been interested in Paul. He was my first instinct, and that was my gut feeling, and I think I'm gonna go with it. Yeah, I'm still glowing. I don't know if it's from the spa or the date, but yeah.
Right now, I like her the most, and all the other guys, we're gonna be a little bit choked at when come time to cut.
I dreamed what our first kiss would be like. It'll happen someday.
Exactly.
No rush though, right?
Exactly. Thank you.
I've had an actual instinctive feeling that Mickey has this sensitive side to him, and especially after he read his poem. I just seen him, how he is such a friend to all the guys as well. That's important.
You think you need to help Mike?
Oh, maybe I do.
I was tired. I was struggling. She said a few things and got me perked up sexually, and it was good. It was the start of a lot of stuff going up in the mountains.
I thought you always wanted a woman to take charge. I know it, Mike. That's what you need.
Especially in bed, because I have no idea what I'm doing.
We hit it off, and we really got deep with each other on a very personable level.
We bonded actually on, like, found out her younger brother passed away, and I lost my mom and stuff, and right there we had a connection.
Have either of you repelled before? No one's
I've repelled women.
He was very warm to me. Like, it was very physical too, and I could sense I made him nervous in the beginning, because it wasn't that I was like waiting for him to make any sort of move on me. I just took charge.
It was close. Like, we were in tight corners. You know, just getting down and dirty, and it was cool.
I want play-by-play.
Face first into the wall.
He was in such shock from repelling straight down into the darkness, and I think he was a little bit shaken up over that, but there was a good, like, 10 minutes of, like, just us in the darkness, you know, waiting for our guide. Are you still in shock?
I couldn't believe it. You know, it was pretty erotic there. So I don't know. I think there might be something there. But at the same time, I'm not going to be played like chumps, right? You know, the girls are playing games.
I think we had a very, very strong connection today, and I'm physically attracted to him, and that's important. And yeah, I don't want to see him go. He's a strong personality. He's a fun guy, and I think if it was the two of us in the end, it would be just an absolute blast.
Date? Right now, actually, Sherry's on top. It was a lot better date than with Tanya. So yeah, it's just changing moment to moment.
I was hoping it'd be Naomi. She was one of my tops from the get-go, but I got Tanya. My opinion of her was, you know, she seems like an all right girl, but again, I'm not gonna judge until I get the time to meet her.
There was no attraction for me there, but I was happy to see Chad. He's a great guy, and I knew that we'd have fun together.
We knew what was going on with us, and we were straight up. It was good. It was a good date because I said, okay, here's what's up. Here's what's going down on the guy's side. What's going on the girl's side? What do you know what's happening with Sherry?
When we first got on the show, she really liked Jason, and Jason had no idea. And then when Jason showed that much interest in Eva Joy, Sherry's like, I'm not going to be second choice. We're basically talking about what's just gone on through the whole thing. What's been said, what's not been said, you know, who's with who kind of thing.
Paul would come up to me and be like, yo, Chad, I think I got a connection with Kim. And I'm
like, I know Kim digs Paul. Like, I know that.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that she dug Mike too, and he expressed some interest in Naomi that I really had no idea.
Right when she said artistic, I'm like, Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
And then she started describing her, you know, she's really kind-hearted, she's beautiful inside.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, wow. I let her know, and she said she's gonna put in a word for her man, you know, let Chad and them put in a word, you know?
Just so happens I room with Naomi, so you know, might have to put in a good word for you. He had mentioned a couple times before we left, you know, make sure you put in a good word for me. And then I said, you know, make sure you put in a good word for me. And he's like, well, your name hasn't even really come up in the deliberating. I know it will though now.
As for Tanya herself in this game, She knows it herself. She said, you know what, I've made no connection, and she's in it just, you know, she's enjoying herself right now.
I was open with Chad today. I was open with Mike when I went out with him the other day, and you know, I'm not gonna pretend that I have a connection with somebody if I don't to win.
Thanks so much, hon. So good to get to know you.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Good to see you.
I'm so glad you're my date.
I'm glad you're my date too.
Yeah.
You're looking good.
You do too. Thank you.
Is this what we're doing? Finally had a date with him. We had a beautiful carriage ride. It's very romantic and he's very affectionate. And I found we're really easily affectionate with each other, which was surprising. It's just really natural. I feel like I've known him for a really long time.
We're very attracted to each other, for sure. We have been right from the beginning. I just kind of haven't been getting in there. I've just been kind of, you know, playing my cards right. I don't know who, you know, I was really interested in. I'm not like that, you know, I can't just, it's not right away for me anyways. Just gotta wait a couple days, at least.
He was telling me how he felt. He was just saying, you know, I really like you, and I'm glad I got a chance, you know, together. And he's like, I really want to kiss you. And
But I mean, I really like you, I do, totally. The conversation just flows. Like, you can't stop talking to each other. I don't know if I think we might be a little opposite.
it's just chemistry. I know it sounds cliche, but you know, he's got a good scent or something. How they say the pheromones or something, but yeah, you know, it's chemistry.
I might be a minute early tonight.
What's early? 9 o'clock? What time should I knock?
What time should you knock?
Yeah.
Right now. We had a little dinner and drinks. A few too many drinks, I think.
Yeah, I'll have one more, sure.
Yeah, I'll have another one, sure. It worked out good. We had a wicked night. We both like that, you know, drink, have some fun now and then. I think, yeah, we were both very sexual people, yeah. And yeah, I'm like that, you know, for sure. I'm not going to deny it.
Well, it's still the beginning stages, so it's still exciting. But we need to learn so much more. We haven't even got the first layer yet. But I mean, obviously there's an attraction. That's a given. I mean, it's very strong.
Have you ever done a muff dive before?
Don't stop. No. Yay.
How was your muff dive?
It was good.
Was it good?
Oh, yeah.
Did you do it again?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go on.
I was really excited to see Naomi, and she looked amazing.
Naomi?
He brought me a corsage, which at first I thought was just sort of supplied, but he told me later that during the day when he had some downtime, he grabbed a bike and bought it for me.
Nice.
That was really sweet.
Welcome to Rimrock Resort Hotel and our celebrated restaurant Eden. May I take you back to your dining room?
Sounds good. We made our way into the restaurant, and we had a private studio with a gorgeous view.
It's amazing. We were in a super fancy restaurant, which kind of makes you feel like you need to be proper, and it's hard to just sort of let loose and be comfortable with the person.
A great date.
Finally.
Yeah.
The waiter would come in and say, you know, this is the blah, 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 all in French, and he'd walk out and he'd be like, ooh, well, how's your blah, 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 kind of laugh about it, and it was a bit of an icebreaker.
What did you use for work? I'm confused. This is probably why I've never been. Oh, he's coming.
We talked about everything, and we kept saying, okay, let's just not talk about the show. You know, let's just have this date. But of course, you know, we spent maybe 65% of the time talking about the show because we're so inundated with it. That's all you can really think about.
It seems like the quality people are starting to, you know, disappear a little bit. And that's why I really appreciate having a date with you, because honestly, you're the only girl left that I would want to go out with.
Are you sure about Sherry?
Sherry and I have never had a chance.
No, and I don't know how good she's feeling about you now.
No, I know how she's feeling about me. Kind of got caught up in the moment of everything, and I feel really, really bad because I hurt Sherry doing it, I think.
I don't think you should feel bad about that. I mean, really, what it boils down to is your feelings and where you're at. And you had a connection with Eva Joy, and she had one with you.
We realized that we're both in this situation where we've had an interest in people that are gone, and here we are.
And I kind of feel like I understand his connection with Eva Joy. I really like her, and I don't blame him for having a connection with her. I think she's a great girl. But I mean, when it comes down to it, we're left. We're still here.
I think I want to stick around now, and I want to stick around with you.
No, Kimberly's fine. I get you out of here. I'm gonna have to say, you know what? No.
We ended up just finding ourselves just being immersed in conversation with one another. Before we knew it, about 4 hours had gone by.
This is quite the dream date.
Yeah, it is. I'm just glad they didn't put me with Paul. Because it would have been close.
I actually felt that we were kind of reserved. And I don't know if that's just Jason, but I didn't really get to open up as much as I would have liked to.
I decided to give a kiss goodnight. It's not a hard thing to do. She's a great girl. And so I give her a kiss on the cheek. And she looked at me and she's like, why don't you give me a real kiss this time? And I was like, yeah, why not?
With the last date over, the guys head out for a night on the town, and a real shocker for the entire group.
We went out for a few drinks, and we're supposed to be separated by the girls, and we ended up being at the same bar.
We're the boys. We chill, we go out, we drink, we have fun, you know, whatever. Tonight was our night.
Kimberly comes up, pulls me aside, says I'm her number one, and ended up pulling me to talk into the phone booth.
Mike and Kimberly paired off there for a bit, and we're going at her pretty hardcore in the phone booth.
She had her tongue down my tonsils, pulling my hair, back scratch, everything, legs wrapped around me. The bouncer was asking if I was okay.
We had a little chat. He kind of told all the boys what happened. He said, hey boys, look, this is what's up.
In the phone booth at the bar, dude.
I knew that they were talking, and yeah, I guess they were kissing a bit, and I just backed off because I'm not gonna be that jealous psycho, you know, and I'm not, especially with Michael. Michael's, you know, he's my good buddy.
Just give me a hug. Come, give me a hug. It's okay, man. It's gonna be okay.
She told me that that's all it was. This game, it doesn't matter. I told them there I didn't care that you kissed Mike and shit.
We're on this show, and everything happens for a reason, and maybe had I only been interested in Paul the whole time, maybe I'd be, you know, wondering if there was something between me and anyone else. But now I've kind of explored that, and now I know, like, I'm really happy with him.
I can't tell you this much, but I can tell you this is what I feel. I feel that I could have a great relationship with you. I don't know. I'm gonna. I like her, man. You know I do, and I'm not gonna let one little episode like that bug me.
Hey, what's up?
Good morning, Chad.
Got here.
No, I'm not cooking for you. Let's go up and get the other Chad. Come on, right as you are. So, you've got a box of ingredients here. You have to make breakfast for 2 ladies. You have to work together. So let's go. You've got half an hour to make breakfast because this counts, guys.
We got woken out of bed. We had to make breakfast for the ladies.
Good morning, Jason.
Morning.
Looks like we just got you out of bed.
Just so happened I got up a little bit earlier and I was dressed already. I think they wanted to catch me in my underwear. And the most surprising thing about it was I didn't have any roommates that morning.
Where are the other boys?
They never came home last night.
The boys aren't home?
No.
Good morning. We're looking for Paul and Mike. Are they up here? Because we're coming to get them.
I didn't know where I was. I was pretty, you know, we had a really rough night there, you know.
Paul, it reeks like a brewery up here.
Sherry and I were sleeping, and probably around 3 a.m., the Yahoos came in, and they're like, so we ran out of beer. Do you girls have any?
You're in the wrong place, by the way.
I wasn't wearing any clothes. And I thought it was a dream when I was like, Tara.
Let's go. Oh, we got naked boy. Come on.
I was thrown a pillowcase and told to go make breakfast.
Here's the deal, guys. Now you have about 15 minutes left, and you have to make breakfast this morning for 2 other ladies. Who is it that you guys would like to make breakfast for?
What's her name?
Oh, that's nice, after you just woke up in her bed. Okay, well, Jason's got a head start, so you better help him out. See you later.
Chad started off the cooking. I mean, I went off and started, you know, getting the plates ready, getting the little things that count and everything. So, I mean, we went hand in hand.
It wasn't a problem at all for me. I used to do that for a living for a while, so it wasn't hard at all. I had it done in like 10 minutes.
I made up some French toast and put chocolate sprinkles on it and stuff. And it was fun. It was creative.
They call me the urban peasant.
I pulled her together and made a pretty nice omelet, I think. I might have ate most of it, and then I cut up some strawberries and had some chocolate and some waffles.
So we made like, I don't know, an omelet, some scrambled eggs, champagne, Cheetos.
I had probably one of the best breakfasts, I think, because it was just absolutely perfect, down to the cut fruit, and he wrote me a really nice little card. That was really sweet. It was nice. It was almost like something real.
My first reaction was, okay, you know, they just brought it to us and somebody had done it up because the presentation was unreal.
Kind of funny because he said that Mike had helped him prepare the breakfast and mine was totally edible and hers wasn't.
This is fear factor. It was gross. It tasted pretty gross, but it was the thought that counts, you know.
With perfect breakfast scores all around, the entire group has to face one last challenge.
All right, everybody, let's salsa!
Out of everything we've done so far, I think I was very confident. This is the only thing I felt I was confident in.
I wasn't like, okay, I have to be the best dancer here. I was just, I didn't want to look dumb.
I had a lot of fun, but at the same time, we were partying all night the night before. It was uncomfortable more than anything.
Uncomfortable or not, it's up to the group's teachers to declare the best male and female dancer.
Naomi was very good. She had a lot of rhythm.
Mike, terrible dancer.
Sherry, great personality, great hip movement.
Tracy was good, very charming, very outgoing.
Chad, yes, another one that's pretty passionate about it, and his rhythm and hips were all together.
Kimberly, she needed more confidence into what she was doing. She was a little insecure. Chad, excellent dancer. He learned pretty quick, and you can tell that the guy loved dancing.
Tanya is very good as well. I think she had experience in maybe country.
Jason, very good on the dance floor, learned fast.
Paul, he was so passionate. It's a difficult step, I think, for him. So based on what we saw today, in the group of girls, Naomi stood out as the best dancer.
In my expert opinion, I believe Chad R. is the best male dancer we saw here today.
By winning the dance challenge, Naomi and Chad earned themselves a special proposition.
Chad?
Well, yeah.
Best dancer of the group, best Latin dancer. You have the choice of either having immunity tonight or you can give it away, but you have to give it away to someone of the opposite sex.
What do you think?
You know what? For you, dude, being in your shoes, just because of the Nicole factor, I'd take your immunity.
You guys agree? I'll keep my immunity.
All right. I think Chad R knows that if he would have gave it away, he would have been gone for sure. He would have been gone for sure. I mean, none of the girls really, I don't think, are into him right now.
Chad won on the men's side. He chose to keep it. Naomi was the best female dancer. And with that honor, you get an option of whether you'd like to have immunity tonight or whether you'd like to give it away. But you can't give it away to any of the girls. You have to give it away to a guy.
See, my first instinct would be to give it to Jason because I think it's sort of come down between Chad and Jason.
It's your prize, honey.
But if I give it to Jason, then I'm gonna be screwing one of you girls over because it means one of your guys is gonna have to go.
I think maybe Naomi thought she was a bit safe. And I think she thought that because of the situation with Eva Joy that maybe he might have been the next to go and she didn't want to see that happen.
It's your call, purely.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give it to Jason.
Okay.
Okay? Okay.
So we're faced with Chad and Jason both having immunity. So it left 3 guys, and those 3 guys happened to be paired up kind of with each of a girl. Tracy and Chad, H, Paul and Kim, and Sherry and Mike had just kind of formed, you know, something, and I think deep down she knew that her and Mike aren't a match.
Now you have the tough decision. Chad H, Mike, and Paul. One of those boys is going home tonight.
Tracy's fought for Chad, and Kimberly fought for Paul. And Sherry just kept her mouth shut.
For right now, I guess you don't have that strong connection that the 2 of these girls do. And that's the only thing that I'm basing what I'm thinking on or my decision. Because there are some things about Mike that maybe you're not used to. And I think as much as you want to change a man, he's got to change for you. You can try and fix him and mold him all you want, but he has to be willing.
Michael's been a ringleader. He's leading the guys to be, you know, they're partying, they're, you know, being the guys so much. They need to be more independent and see what they're made out of without him.
It was very selfish on their part. I'm rooming with Kimberly and Tracy, and not once did either of them say to me, you know, Sherry, like, what are you doing?
When I take Jason and Mike and look at them, I picture you with Jason more than Mike.
Over on the girls' side, Naomi decided to give away her immunity. Jason, you're safe. Okay? Mike, what are you thinking? At this point, I mean, have you made an absolute connection with Sherry?
We connected on, well, first in the caves. And I didn't think, but it ended up kind of being an erotic trip. And yeah, I'd just say we continued it on last night.
Paul, who have you made a connection with?
I've been on a date with Kimberly and I had a great day with her. I'm not sure if anyone else can see past, you know, what she really is, but I can.
So it doesn't bother you at all that she was with Mike?
No, I think it kind of brought us a little bit closer, you know.
To see my boys get messed around with by a girl that I'm kind of iffy about, I didn't want that. 2 days ago, who was the first person we agreed to say, you know what, we want off this show when we vote? Who was the first person?
I don't know.
It was Kimberly. You said, okay.
I was messed up, man. And if Tracy was to go out and go at it with some guy that was going at it with me last night, I'd be like, get her out of here, pull her off, get her out of here. I don't want to see that around anymore.
Paulie wanted to keep her pretty bad, and he's just, I don't know, he might not think things through as much, or he might not see the big picture as much as the rest of us do.
Them putting the pressure on me like that was really hard, considering that I kind of felt we definitely had a blatant connection. We're totally physically attracted to each other.
Yeah, exactly.
You're getting here. You see Ranger, but I don't.
She was with him.
Just with him.
And then she's going after you, man.
Well, I mean, I kissed a couple of girls in the show. I mean,
Okay, you kissed him, but
You can't take anything away from Kimberly for, you know, what happened that night, because everyone on the show at some point are kissing each other, you know. I just felt really bad that, you know, they had to label Kim like that.
It's just in this environment, man, it can bring out bad things in people, so why keep her here?
And for what she did the other night, dude, like, if you're one of my best friends, I'd be like, you're stupid, man. Like, you're thinking with the wrong head.
Right, everybody, well, here we are again. So as we all know, there are two people who are immune from the cuts tonight. That would be Chad, you're safe. Jason, you're not going home. But that's all because Naomi decided that she would give that opportunity to you. So, Naomi, are you thinking it was worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Chad, you decided you weren't gonna give it up.
Naomi's a beautiful girl inside and out. All the guys know that. We all talked about it. I knew she was safe, and that's why I said, I'm not as safe as her, basically.
All right, well, I'll get you guys to both come on up and sit on either side of me.
Michael said the three meatheads were probably going to be at the end, because with the way things were going, Jason was gone and Chad lost Nicole, so he's gone, so it came down to that.
Are you guys feeling lonely over there? Only three of you?
Tough times.
The odds really aren't good for the three meatheads that we were going.
All of a sudden, you know, there's one of the meatheads are going, you know.
All right, so the first person who we know is going to stay, Tracy. Congratulations, Tracy. How are you feeling?
For some reason, I got a feeling that maybe I was going to.
Why?
Well, I think we all feel that insecurity now. Maybe that's what it is. But thank you all.
So the next woman we know who's going to be staying with us, Sherry. Sherry, are you surprised?
I'm hiding a few emotions right now, and I just need to.
Well, come take a seat beside Jason. So the next person. Are you surprised? How are you feeling?
I'm glad I'm still here. I hate to see one of you guys go. I hate it, man. It sucks. Tough times.
Okay, the next person we know is going to be staying with us. Naomi, do you have words to express how you're feeling?
No, I'm relieved, but I sort of was reassured by Chad right there that I wasn't going anywhere.
Kimberly, what's going through your head at this point?
Whatever's meant to be is meant to be.
Tanya?
I've had so much fun here, so no matter what happens, I'll be excited to see everyone again and get together, and that's what really matters to me, so.
Guys, Mike?
For once, I'm speechless.
Paul?
I met some great people, 19 beautiful, beautiful people, and either way, I'm a happy guy. Big grin.
All right, well, let's get to it. Paul, you're staying with us.
That's a good times, brother. Oh yeah, lots more.
Last person. Tanya, staying with us.
Congratulations.
Tanya, relief? How are you feeling? Are you surprised?
Oh yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, I was prepared to go tonight. I had tidied up a little, and so, but I'm happy I'm staying, and I'm sad that Kim has to leave.
Mike, this is it for you.
I'd rather be in this position than see one of those guys go. I think it'd be harder, so.
Sherry, what do you have to say to Mike?
I just want to say I base my decision on majority. I need somebody who's there with me.
That's good.
I know I want you to be there, and you're going to get there. And when you get there, let's be there together. Like, if you get there, I want you to get there.
Kim, I know there have been discussions, and I know that, some of the guys were talking about the fact that maybe you were playing a game.
You know what? I don't want anyone who thinks I'm playing a game. I get misjudged all the time, so this is nothing new to me. It's a facade I put up. I have to be hard because I'm a very sensitive person and I can't deal with it. And what's one more time, right?
Paul, you okay?
These two beautiful people, I've gotten to know both of them, and I swear to God, they're amazing. This is hard as hell. This is like a little piece of hell for me.
I lost the #1 girl for sure. Really tough, and all those tears are real, and it sucks that you gotta cry, but, big guys have feelings too,
I wasn't playing the field. Everyone has admitted to liking another person at some point or other. This isn't a monogamous game. This is a dating game.
We did have a definite connection, but it was a 4-to-1 vote, and I'm not a confrontational person, and I don't think those girls are changing their minds.
It was draining for all of us. You don't think of the emotion that you get wrapped up in it. You really do. I mean, this is getting tougher as it goes by, I won't say that you led me on, but you made me think that we had something.
Next time on Hooked Up.
I'm an idiot. I should have played the game harder. I should have played. Don't put that on me, Naomi. Don't put that on my shoulders. I didn't tell you to do it.
Things are stripped away and out in the open. True feelings, true love, and a truly shocking surprise.